Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, and in today's episode, we are going to be covering Game of Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So, as usual, what we'll do is I'll give you some interesting info about it. We'll watch the trailer together, and I will give you my thoughts. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is an upcoming American fantasy drama television series created by Ira Parker and George R.R. Martin, a prequel to Game of Thrones 2011 to 2019. It is set to be the third television series in Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire franchise and is an adaptation of the Tales of Dunk and Egg novellas. So the basic premise, a century before Game of Thrones, Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire Egg wandered through Westeros while the Targaryen dynasty ruled the Iron Throne and dragons were still remembered. Great destinies and enemies await the incomparable friends. I'd say incompatible, maybe. Anyway, that's what the article says. So, basically, as far as casting is concerned, we have Peter Claffey, and he's going to be playing Sir Duncan the Tall, or Dunk. He's a hedge knight of Lowbourne. So, yeah, He's been in a few things, a few bits and bobs, like Wreck, Bad Sisters, small things like these. Vikings Valhalla, that's a series from 2022 to 2024. Then we have Dexter Sol Ansel, very, very young actor, by the way. So Dexter Sol Ansel is Prince Aegon Targaryen, or Egg. So it's a child whom Dunk chooses as his squire. But yeah, he's been in one or two things, actually a lot for his age. Emmerdale, The Moor, Robin and the Hoods, and then now, of course, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I beg your pardon. And then we have Finn Bennett, and Finn Bennett is going to be playing Prince Aerion, Brightflame Targaryen, and he's been in quite a bit of things. Domina, Banquet, True Detective, Hope Gap, Black Doves, True Detective. Quite a lot of different things. Then we have, that would be Bertie Carvel. And he's actually going to be playing Prince Baelor Breakspear Targaryen. And he's been in a lot of stuff too. Dr. Foster, The Sister, Babylon, and then he's actually going to be playing in the new Harry Potter. He's going to be Cornelius Fudge, which is pretty interesting. So a lot of stuff he's been in. The Crown, quite an older series there. When I say older, it finished I think in 2023 as far as I know. And then we have Tamsin Crawford as Tansel, a Dornish puppeteer. And she's been in Swift Street, Tiny Beautiful Things, and there's others, but Alexander Goetz, Fanta Sunsets. So I haven't really heard of a lot of these, a lot of series, that's obviously I've missed or haven't seen. Then we have Daniel Ings as Sir Lionel Baratheon, a knight known as the Laughing Storm and the heir to the House Baratheon. But Daniel Ings has been in The Gentleman, Lovesick, I Hate Susie 2, that's spelled T-O-O, Psychoville, and it says just Star Wars Starfighter 2027. So I don't want to confirm if I don't know for a fact that he's going to be in that, or if that's even going to come to fruition, that show. So we'll just have to wait and see, but I'll give you the info as soon as I do know. And then last but not least, we have Sam Spruill, and he's going to be playing Prince Micah Targaryen. That's Baela's younger brother and Aerion and Egg's father. He's been in Taken 3. I actually watched that not too long ago for the first time. It's okay. I think the first one obviously is the best one out of that series, but it still wasn't a bad movie. So if you're going to go check it out, it's quite a fun one. Mayday, Fargo, Sandcastle, being a lot of stuff. Valerian, so that's quite a big one. But that's basically the cast. So without any further ado, before I get to that, beg your pardon, So let's have a look here. The series is scheduled to premiere on January 18th, which is a little over a month away, 2026, on HBO, and will consist of 6 episodes. In November 2025, ahead of the first season premiere, the season was renewed for a second season, which is expected to be released in 2027. So it seems that they have a lot of faith in this, and I think they have all the right to be, as you'll see now in the trailer. So let's watch the trailer for Game of Thrones, A Night of Seven Kingdoms.
So, Sir Duncan the Tall. How good a knight are you?
You'll see. It's this way. Came for the tourney?
Journey is a contest for knights. You a knight?
I'm no farmer.
Yet you've come dressed as one.
Sir, I could squire you, and you could teach me. Every knight needs a squire, and you look like you need one more than most.
Sir Erland raised me to be a true knight, not with sword or lance, but with honor. And I swore that I would.
What's this?
It's a hedge knight, ain't it?
What?
It's like a knight, but sadder.
We're not sad. If I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
Targaryens, they're incestuous aliens and tyrants.
Sir Duncan the Tall. Aerion would like your head.
Maybe the gods figure this is what I deserve.
Come on, little knight.
And so, I ask you again, how good a knight are you?
You may be wise to run.
Won't they kill me if I run?
Want to kill you anyway.
As honor deserted the noble houses of Westeros! And there are no true knights among you! Was that ill-handled? Right, yeah.
And that was the trailer for Game of Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So, yeah, quite a lot to go through, so let's not waste any time, especially yours, because your time is important to us. So, the way it opens, the camera shot as it sort of goes into this point of view of the knight, busy lancing and so on, really, really clever and really, really well executed. So yeah, you get open to that, and then him getting asked if he's a good knight, and yeah, that's actually, it works, a good knight. So Dunk basically gets asked if he's a good knight, and you know, kind of like a cheeky we'll see kind of thing, and then he gets lost and doesn't know how to leave the place in which he's in, basically. So I thought that was quite funny. The standout part of this, there's an arc in a trailer, almost, where you see how he starts off as more meek and goes into brave. And then also the dialogue is really, really cleverly written. So it's not something you get to see overly often, but this is really, really well written. So this is what I would call good dialogue, in my opinion. It's very, very clever and well thought out. So, yeah, so he's going to a contest for knights, and he wants to become a knight. He gets a squire, and, you know, the squire's trying to show him how to be a squire, whatever. And the clever dialogue, when I say clever, just it's cheeky sometimes, like it's in different ways, but the way that it's executed, where the squire is kind of saying you need one more than most, it's not over explaining stuff, you know what I mean, and it's not just silly dialogue. It's put together nicely, and you can see that they've put a lot of thought into it. So far I'm thinking this looks really, really good. You see him burying which probably his father, I would imagine, or someone important to him. And the part that I thought was quite funny is the part with the two ladies with the hedge knight. So where she said, "Oh, what's it?" And then the other one asked, "What's a hedge knight?" She's like, "It's like a knight, just sadder." So I thought that was really funny. And then, there's a lot of different scenes and elements and whatever as it goes on, etc., etc. But it just seems to me like it's well shot, well written. I think this is going to be an enjoyable series. And it looks like one of the Targaryens are out for blood for him for some reason. They don't really go into depth as to why in the trailer. It's someone after him, and obviously that's where I'm talking about the arc, as I mentioned earlier, is that arc is almost like completed, where he's been asked by, almost looks like a mentor of his of some sort. And in the beginning he asked if he's a knight, and then when he asked the second time, you see a lot more conviction, like, yes, I am. I love that. The outfits are cool, the swords are cool, the armor's cool. It doesn't look like it's something that was bought at like a dollar store or something, it looks properly legit. It looks really, really cool, like the cinematography, the outfits, the dialogue. So all in all, I'm very happy with how this looks. It's something I've heard a little bit about from a few guys that I like to watch, and it's definitely something that I would recommend everyone maybe give a bit of time to. And I believe this is something that you don't have to watch Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon's a bit different, where you actually have to watch Game of Thrones to kind of understand a little bit better. This is more of a standalone. So if you haven't seen the whole of Game of Thrones, you're not going to be in the dark with this, because this is obviously a prequel. People who have watched Game of Thrones will obviously know the Targaryens are, and etc., etc. But, if you watch this, it's still something you can watch beginning to end and it be enjoyable. The last thing I want to mention is the scene where he kind of pops out of, I don't know if it's a castle or a village wall or whatever. But yes, it's him kind of, you can see he's sizing out all the competition to say, oh, okay, these guys definitely want me dead. That kind of stuff, you don't have to say it. It's said already on screen. It's quiet. You just see him walking out, and you can see sizing up the competition, and you can almost imagine in your head that, sure, like either he's going to make or break this. And that's obviously where you'll find out more in the show. But I don't want to go overboard on this one. It's maybe something that I'd like to chat about once it comes out. So that's in about 5 or 6 weeks or whatever the case is. And maybe I'll actually do reviews on these, because this is out of my wheelhouse. I'm not really super crazy about medieval stories. Like Lord of the Rings is different because it's fantasy, combined. This is, you saw a dragon, but I'm saying this is very grounded. So it's not really in my wheelhouse, but this has definitely drawn me in, even though it's not. So I would say it might be worth our watch, people. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you're thinking of the trailer and today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please pop that in the comments below, as well as showing us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.